Good morning, traders, and God bless. I'm Ricky Gaspard, and I am your host. And this morning we are sorted by volume from highest to lowest. And when the market slows down, I will sort it back by volume spike, which is this column here. Once we see a spike happening or large volume like this with a spike happening to the left over here, we will confirm that the volume in the current bar is high enough to get in and get out safely. And what I mean by that is that this number has to really be moving fast. Once we confirm we have enough volume, we want to see that these two moving averages have crossed over. The white one above the blue one. This is the 5. This is the 13 EMA. We like to see these spike arrows pop in. That tells us there's an increase in volume of buyers as the stock is rising. I'll be setting resistance and support levels as you see on the chart. And once we come down to a support level, I'll be watching this dominator master here for green bars to pop in. Those will be buyers. And we like to see these two lines above the yellow, or at least pointing upwards. The white one is the trend. These are the buyers and the sellers. This line's going to move extremely fast. This one's going to move really slow. This yellow line is kind of like the center point between the high and the low of the price. So once it's above the yellow, we have a bigger advantage of it moving higher. Never trade off my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. Delays can cost you money. I'm also not a financial advisor. Make sure that you reach out to a professional financial advisor and don't take my words to heart. Don't buy stocks because I say I'm taking a position here or that looks good, etc. Make sure you understand what's happening on the screen and you reach out to a professional advisor before you make any decision to trade. You could lose some or all of your money. And I thank everyone for joining me this morning as we wait another 4 minutes, 3 minutes before the market opens. I see AMC and GME are kind of dumping this morning. They were looking good, running around, bouncing up and down, but they are currently pulling back. Might be because of the CPI report coming out this morning. I really don't know. Just taking a guess that they may or may not go through a correction here. Yesterday and Monday, very good trading days. Hope you were here to make a little bit of profit. I know it was a blessing for me. Of course, I didn't get to trade Monday because Monday my funds were not available. So it could have been a little bit more profitable for me, but I'm okay with it. I got blessed well yesterday. Me too, happy trader. Always pray for a good day. Even if it's not a good day, I still pray. Good morning, Sean. And C, I can't tell who you are, but I see the letter C. And good morning, YouTubers. If you're not a member yet, I left the link up there at the top of the chat window. Just click that blue banner with the yellow stripe down the middle if you want to join us for the full 3.5 hour session. You won't be sorry you did. About 1 minute to go. Make sure that your chart is set to EXT on your time in force, or you will not get a trade in on pre-market. Occasionally you will see members posting stocks in the chat room, and the reason for that is there's a 5-minute delay on ThinkorSwim scan refreshes. Sometimes their scans will refresh before mine or mine before them. And everybody working together help us to eliminate some of that delay by posting stocks in the chat. So if you post anything, make sure the volume is really high. We don't want to chase things that every now and then somebody buys a few shares. All right, let's see what happens here with AMC. Let's see if it bounces up from that low, so be careful on it. It may or may not go up. This might be someone thinking that it's going to bounce up, and it could. I'm watching the dominator bars down here. They are green. We are starting to point up north. But let's see if enough buyers come on board to drive it back up to that 760 range. Looks like they are trying. Looks like the buyers are gaining momentum here. That green candle's getting taller. Hope there's not another person up there waiting to take another big drop on some selling some shares. That is my fear. Looks like the volume slowing down a little bit. A couple of profit takers. Let's see if that's a pullback. I'll mark it out. If this red candle closes, I will mark the bottom of the body of the candle for the support level. If we see a long wick on the bottom of this red candle, that means the buyers are driving it back up, and we'll take another shot at it. Still pulling back. Get these few profit takers out of the way, and we may see a reversal to the upside. Notice I said may, didn't say will. That candle did close. I will mark support right there at 710. But we need to break above that level. And we need green dominator bars coming back in. Let me zoom in a little bit for you so you'll see what's going on better. Let's see if we push up. Need to break through that 729. Probably more like 730. I may have missed it by a penny. Well, they tried to drive it up. Looks like they lost all the momentum. The battle's not over yet. The buyers could step right back in and try again. Not seeing any spikes up here on the watch list. We'll come back to AMC in just a minute. I want to check these other stocks that are moving. Looks like GME made the same move. They seem to be duplicating each other, AMC and GME. Wonder if the same group is playing the same two stocks. Sometimes I wonder. Back down to 683, 688 on AMC. So we did not get a pullback play right here on this support and on this support level. We did continue to sell off. That's okay. Maybe we can get in at a better price. See a lot of activity in this stock, but it's not trending in my favor. GME doing the same thing as AMC. Looks like AMC may start consolidating in this area between 680 and 710. Taller green bar on AMC. That doesn't mean it's going up though. It could. My blessing indicator looks good. We're above the yellow lines, but we don't have any volume bars up here on Dominator Master. No tall green ones and no evidence of more buyers coming in right here. We want to see this kind of activity, if possible, with these two lines doing the same thing. Well, a little bit of excitement, but in the wrong direction. AMC pulling backwards again, heading south. If you haven't hit the like button for me on the YouTube live stream, please do so. Let's try to keep this channel going each morning for at least an hour. Help me keep the ratings up. That pays for my time. Hit that like button for me and pay it forward just like I'm paying it forward. Thank you very much. I'm going to switch over and sort by volume spike so we can catch anything that may be moving. If you want to know how I got rid of the red, I'm still on the same indicator. I just went into the settings and I changed the volume spike down to 500. They're just not showing up at that level. AMC now back down to the 680 price. Let's see if we establish a channel there. Might be an opportunity to play it between 680 and 710. Let's see if it can find support at that 680 level. Looks like we're going to go below that 680 currently. Long wick on the bottom. The buyers are trying to keep it up. Seeing a little bit of green into my blessing indicator on these buyers. Not seeing such big tall bars though. It could be slow progress up to the next level. Could be a channel play here between 680 and 710. Not a whole lot of volume. It would be a risky play. Me too, Terry. I'm just sitting back waiting. Channel plays are good to do, though, if they establish themselves well. I kind of like them to perform once, like go back up to 710, then back down to 680 on the second run. I may give it a better shot. May come down to retest 680. If it holds 680 again, and there's the retest. If it holds 680 again, that's going to build my confidence a little more. Good job, Terry. Looks like we do have support at 680. We did not drop down below it. Need some tall dominator bars to come in. That would be these bars right here. And I'd love to see these come up above yellow and start floating around and hold their position above yellow. That would be nice. Looks like everybody has the fear of getting in at that 680 level. My blessing indicator seems to be dropping down below yellow. But still holding that 680 level. EDBL, I'm not seeing it on my scans. Thank you, members. Running up, 698. I already have the level set. We probably played this stock before. Let's see if we get a run on it. Long tail on the bottom. Buyers will come back in and push it up, it looks like. Hopefully not a pump and dump, so be careful. Pulling back down to 650. And down to 607 almost, so be careful here. This one's dropping drastically. Looking more like a pump and dump. Maybe a bounce here off the $6 level. Not a whole lot of volume in this stock. The last bar, 28,000 shares. This current bar, less than 10,000, just broke 10,000. So be careful. We need a lot more volume than that. These may just be a few players pumping it up. But if you do well, then you took a risk and you did work out for you. Gonna go back to AMC. Still trying to bounce off of that 680 level. EDBL pushing up higher. Nice gains on EDBL. I did not buy it. I was hesitant after that large drop. Still pushing higher. Over $1 gain on this run. Pulling back to the 730 level. Let's see if we can push back up to that 773. Little profit takers there. This stock has some big moves. It's moving over 50 cents a candle, so be really careful with it. They're also working the spread, so make sure you don't click when the thing is too wide. It could cost you money getting in and getting out. Yeah, that's a tough one right there. When it dropped over $1 after that first green candle right here, that kind of shook me a little bit. Wasn't stable. Coming on down, we'll move back to AMC and see what we're doing. We did drop down below 680. So we lost that level. Good job, Rain, on your trade. Do have the CPI report coming out this morning that could affect the stocks here in pre-market. Taking another look at EDBL, down at the $6 level now. This was probably anticipation of good earnings. Then they miss earnings and they sell off, but the other people didn't read it well enough, drove it up a little bit more. Then everybody realizes it's not good news and they sell it off. Emotional trading at its best. Wishful thinking. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Get in. Don't you dare get in. AMC probably still dropping. Take a look at GME, still dropping. AMC, still dropping. I don't know what's up with this stock. I've seen it several times this morning. It kind of went up and quit moving. Let's go back to volume, see if anything's there worth looking at. AMC dropping, GME dropping. Plug, a play from yesterday. Take a look at the 15-minute chart. Looks like it lost everything from yesterday. Well, let's see. All right, enjoy your coffee. We had a couple of moves, a couple of risky plays, nothing solid. Great trading on a few of you who did make a few dollars. Checking Holo here. We've played this stock in the past. Not looking too promising. Holo is in the magic scan this morning. That would be a prediction on AMC range, so that's just a guess, in my opinion. But it could head all the way down to 590 if that's how you want to look at it. Yeah, it's not looking too promising. The moving averages are in the wrong location. We should have the white above the blue, and we don't. We are downtrending. SPCB. Don't see it in my scan. I'll type it in. Cheap stock. It's not in my scan because it's below my price range. It is in a pullback, possibly. We'll set the levels here. Those penny players, if you like playing them, there you go. Of course, I wouldn't buy it unless it broke 27 cents, 27.5. $50,000 share buyer. Of course, that doesn't mean nothing when it's only 28 cents. It's like buying 1,000 shares at $5. Volume spikes are not moving. They seem to be planted in their same numbers. FFIE making a run for it. Got to be careful here as well. Could be just a lower high. Take a look at a 15-minute chart on it and see what we really look like. We are up for today. So there could be a play here on this stock. I just wish it would pay more than 2 pennies per number. Not seeing very many sellers and a lot of buyers. Watching these level 2 numbers, they're getting really high at times over here on the ask side. Possible pullback. Looks like we're going to sell off. SPCB. Yeah, we're still bouncing around down there on the bottom. cheaper stock yet. I have no desire to buy them when they're that cheap. I've been burned and burned and burned over those cheaper stocks. All right, back to sipping coffee, it looks like. FFIE back up to 57 cents. Needs to break through that level. We are above yellow on the My Blessing indicator. We do have a green dominator bar. We did break through that 57 cents. Now retesting 57 cents to see if it holds as support. Looks like support did get established. Maybe move up for a couple more pennies. Well, we got 1 penny so far. That's a lot of work for just pennies. Looks like the seller's on board, giving up. Starting to look like the party's over for AMC and GME. Had a few sleepovers last night, now kicking them out. That party is over. It was a blast, Dean. More parties to come. Just have to wait on an invitation. See you later, Sean. God bless you, brother. Thank you for joining us this morning. AMC maybe establishing a channel down here between 590 and 640. Very smart move, Chad. Hope you kept the income flowing. That GME was like a weekend party, right? 2 days and gone. It was fun while it lasted. I enjoyed every penny of it. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be long on those two stocks. Chad, them $1 and $5 dips come about as often as stocks moving on Monday. That's as close as I can come. And we know Mondays can be tough. They're like Fridays. Everybody seems to be still sleeping or hungover from the weekend. Looks like we may have moving averages turning around on GME, but that doesn't mean it's going to go very high. We are kind of trending upwards. The buyers are present, but the volume is low. So no, I'm not getting in. Hollywood, I say there's a time to play and there's a time to pray, right? Especially in the stock market. It is tough. There's nothing easy about it. Trading is hard. It may appear easy to you on the screen, and I may even make it look easy, but it's not easy. Knowledge comes way more important than just moving averages and what's going on. You have to be at it for a while. Success doesn't come overnight. It definitely takes time. Amen, Terry. That's the way I see it. Patience is virtue. All right, I'll take a look at Mara. Where are you at? I know you're in my watch list. Right there. Mara is asleep. Mara's in a deep sleep. Please make sure you check the volume before you post anything. You may cost me a click off of a good stock. Of course, not in this instance. Nothing's moving, but that's what happens. If you post a stock, I'm going to check it out and maybe miss the one I was on. So check the volumes for me before you post them. All right, YouTubers, it's time for me to cut you loose. I apologize for not being so slow this morning. Well, I don't apologize, but I thank you for having patience because the apology doesn't need to come from me. But thanks for hanging in there. I will try again tomorrow for you. And I appreciate you joining me. If you haven't hit that like button, please do so. That way I can keep these things going for free. You know, an hour can pay you lots of money. So help me out and pay it forward. And God bless you, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.